Hello, everyone. Pluto Retrograde is here to imply changes in your life. Manifest what you want by leaving the past attitude and work towards transforming the way you perceive life. The year has had a very calm beginning. We all are trying our level best to pace ourselves in the new norm. But now, with Pluto moving backwards, things are about to get a new dimension. On April 29th, 2022, Pluto, the planet of transformation and destruction, will turn retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Although Pluto's backward dance isn't as chaotic as Mercury retrograde, there's still plenty of scope for us to look out for as the astrological event continues until October 8th, 2022. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008, helping us deal with business structures, patriarchal constructs, karma, and stability. Now, this planet Pluto retrogrades roughly once a year for around 6 months at a time. Faced bravely with a purity of intent, we not only survive but also thrive. The main theme here is reflection. Under Pluto's influence, we are called to examine themes like our psyche, our subconscious selves, our dark side, and then transforming. Be prepared to delve deep within your own psyche and deeply and confront your issues, confront the demons inside you. Only then would you be able to emerge a winner. And by overcoming your negatives, you are truly on your path to success. Everybody loves to be appreciated. For that, you have to first learn to appreciate yourself. Or I would say, recognize your worth and yourself. Now, Pluto retrograde 2022 begins on April 29th at 28-degree Capricorn and ends on October 8th at 26-degree Capricorn. Now, this retrograde is generally a time of reflection about power and control issues in your life. This retrograde is very fortunate because of the positive aspects to Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Let me remind you again, and you need to reflect upon it, that Mercury stands for understanding and accepting your level of consciousness, of your conscious intelligence. Venus makes you realize the difference between desire and unconditional love, and Jupiter helps you to develop self belief once you have understood yourself. Venus is not all about honey, it's all about money, about your capabilities, about you understanding what you are good at and what you're not good at. So you need to understand the passions and your potentials in a very unbiased way. So all these previous years from 2008, Pluto has been making you aware and trying to wake you up. Those who woke up benefited, those who did not were reminded time and again through various unexpected obstacles, situations, or events thrown at them. Now, this year, 2022, is the year which comes after 14 years and is a gentle reminder, or I would actually call it a forceful reminder, that this is your last call for transformation. So, wake up, realize, realign, and resurrect your energies to live the life of your dreams. The planet helps you realize while the realignment and resurrecting, you have to work with your energies. So, in the next 2 years, in 2024, before the planet Pluto changes the signs, the blend of the universe and the human energies are so intense and profound that you can just about achieve anything and everything that you have wished for or desired for, or I would say you're passionate for. So the Pluto retrograde stands for renewal and resurgence, although it may not feel that way. Situations that come to the forefront can be dealt quickly and efficiently. A fresh outlook, a different attitude. This is what Pluto advises. It urges the person to think outside the box, change an attitude that has not worked, and gain different perspectives to start life afresh. Between April 29th to October 8th, 2022, the Pluto will be retrograde in Capricorn. Normally, we are so conditioned about Mercury retrograde that causes havoc. We think all planets do the same. Fear not, as now the case is different. So, with Pluto, we are in store for a different kind of energy as it moves or spins backwards. Now, you will have the opportunity to analyze your emotions and accept yourself the way you are. In fact, the Plutonian influence becomes more intense while it is retrograde. You could expect deeper encounters with your own inner demons, understand the wrongs that may have been done consciously or unconsciously. And we all do our mistakes, but accepting those mistakes actually, it is the universe's way of forgiving us, so that, and also giving us an opportunity to start life afresh. It's only when Pluto gets into an overdrive during the retrograde that we are subconsciously forced to look into our eyes and accept our flaws. We cannot escape or deny what our eyes tell us. It can be so intense that you may fear your own emotions, as Pluto direct forces us to face the challenges outside of ourselves. The retrograde forces us to look inside and face those challenges. This can be sometimes unnerving because the transformations we undergo under this influence tend to require a complete breakdown of the old ways and ideas before we can move forward again successfully. A very, very important thing to remember at this time is be truthful to yourself. It doesn't matter what you are outside, but be truthful to yourself, understand yourself truthfully, speak honestly, think honestly, and then when you act, automatically that honesty is always rewarded. Pluto brings us face to face with our shadow self. We often consider the shadow self the dark side of our psyche. It's our negative emotions and desires that we oppress. Often we shy, or we do tend to shy and to even admit it to not only others but to ourselves. But you need to deal with those parts of ourselves that we do not like. When Pluto goes retro, it's a good time to take on any endeavors seeking regenerations. So, when this planet is retro from April 29th to October 8th, I'm reminding you again and again of these dates because this is the only time that we have at our disposal. You must delve into any personal transformations you have been hoping to accomplish. However, you may have to go through what seems like a trip to hell and back. Be prepared to struggle with your darker impulses and your base emotions. Hidden motives such as greed for power, revenge may rear their ugly head, and you may have to struggle with them. Reassess whether the actions these motives are driving ultimately serve you or not, and let go of those that don't. If you've been plagued by pain and suffering from troubled times in the past, now is the good time to revisit these experiences and their effect on you. Pluto can help illuminate the issues to help you break through them, inevitably helping you move forward. So it's a brilliant time to restore your mental health and peace of mind, detoxing your body and getting into holistic restorative measures for health will be more effective during these months of Pluto retrograde. This was all about the retrograde. And trust me, if you listen to this carefully or are listening to it carefully, it's not a difficult task for transforming yourself or wanting to bring the transformation in your surroundings or situations. Let's understand Pluto and Capricorn, or when Pluto is in Capricorn. And again, like I'm saying, we just have another 2 years to actually have Pluto in the sign of Capricorn before it moves on to the sign of Aquarius. And it'll have a different connotation altogether. So Pluto may be a dwarf planet, but astrologically, it's like a dynamite coming in a small package and packing a lot of punch. It's known as the Lord of the Underworld, governing all those mysterious secrets and treasures that go unseen. His job is to expose the depths and make us aware. This planet upsets the apple carts and destroys things, for it seeks transformation and will not allow injustice in any form to anyone at any cost. The symbol of the phoenix rising from the ashes is often associated with this realm. Meanwhile, Capricorn is the mountain goat and intent on building things. As an earth sign, it emphasizes stability, planning growth, structure, and order. It firmly believes in doing good unto others as you would have it done to yourself. So, the energy of this sign is intent on giving and building a strong structure, not only for themselves, but for the society at large, upholding the tradition along with the power structures and hierarchies. The energies of the Pluto and Capricorn are strong and are likely to confront and demand changes and reorganization. So Pluto urges and advises us to wake up and change what's not working as it destroys complacency. And Capricorn likes to maintain order and authority. So you could or should be prepared for experiencing reformation, restructuring, reorganization, overhaul, restoration, and rectification, not only within your own psyche, but also the situations around you. You can transform willfully, or else the universe forces the changes for your own good. So every individual needs to delve into their natal birth chart and also the transit to know which house is the Capricorn representing and what does Pluto want you to do in that particular sector of your life. Having done that, you will realize the profundity of the cosmic intelligence. It sure has the interest of every individual's health, wealth, and happiness. How you perceive and apply is in your own intelligence and understanding. Hence, fate and free will. So, attitude is your altitude. So, till my next, stay blessed.